SummerSlam season starts with the NXT Great American Bash PLE, which takes place tomorrow night on pay-per-view. There are 7 matches on the card, with one of them being a pre-show match, which I'm going to run down right now. Grab yourself a drink and sit back with me, Manlykefresh, and let's run down the 7 matches. Let's go. To get all updates on what videos are due to come out next and when they're due to come out, and to just follow me in general, you can follow me on Twitter at Manlykefresh, www.twitter.com/Manlykefresh. So let's kick things off with the pre-show match, which is an 8-person mixed gender tag team match, which will be the Metaphor, Noam Dar, Ora Menza, Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend taking on the team of Dragon Lee, the NXT Heritage Cup champion Nathan Frazer, Yusila Leon and Valentina Feroz. So, how did this all take place? How did this all even start? So, it all started with Noam Dar returning with the Heritage Cup, having to defend it every now and again, and then finally losing it to Nathan Frazer. He then lost the match and pretended to have a nervous breakdown to the point where he claimed that he was injured. So he then, before he lost the match, he got someone else to defend. I think he got Oro Menza to defend the Heritage Cup on his behalf. And obviously Nathan Frazer won the Tag Team Championship, which has now got all of these guys involved now in one melee, because now Noam Dar now has been given some fake NXT Heritage Championship Cup by his stablemates, and he's claiming that because he never lost the match, he technically is still the undisputed champion. Nathan Frazer thinks otherwise. Dragon Lee and the other 2 now are also going to be by his side. So this match is going to kick off on the pre-show. So my prediction will be the team of Dragon Lee and these other 3 cronies to win this match. So Team Dragon Lee to win. And making his WWE in-ring debut will be the Olympic champion Gable Steveson taking on Mr. Baron Corbin in a one-on-one match. Now, Gabe, this is a big deal because Gabe Steveson is technically the very first Olympic gold medalist to be signed, apart from Mark Henry, but in terms of wrestling, he's the first or the second person to be hired by WWE from the Olympic background in terms of wrestling after Kurt Angle. So this is a big deal. And then obviously WWE is putting him against Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin now is going through a metamorphosis. He's trying to go back to his roots and leave all the gimmicks, and I believe putting him on NXT was the best thing for him personally. I feel like he was just wasted on the main roster, to be honest, because fans don't really get behind Baron Corbin, and Baron Corbin is a good guy, man. He's a good wrestler, he's a good worker, he deserves a bit more credit. So hopefully this will kind of bring him back to the level that he was. But I feel tonight Baron Corbin will be counting the stars for Mr. Gable. So Gable to win and Baron Corbin to lose. So former NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez will be taking on the copycat Blair Davenport. Now, why do I call her copycat? Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but does she give you Soraya vibes, aka Paige? I just get the feeling they're just trying to recreate Paige, which is not going to happen, WWE. Blair Davenport is her own person, and Saraya Page is her own person. There is similarities, but she will never be another Page. Make her the first Blair Davenport. Anyway, this is going to be a weapons match. So a weapons wild match, and I see what they went there with the wild, because obviously this is going to be held in Texas. In Texas. But anyway, enough of that. So, basically a weapons match is basically a glorified hardcore match, basically. So these two have had a lengthy rivalry for quite a while now, and it's all going to culminate at this pay-per-view. So I'm going to give this victory to the former NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez, because I feel like she needs to get back into the championship hunt real soon and leave this rivalry behind her. So Roxanne to win this match. So the Gallus boys, the NXT Tag Team Champions, will be defending their straps against Channing and Tony D'Angelo in the tag team match, basically. So the D'Angelo family literally are gunning for the gold, because there was a big, massive ploy to get Tony D'Angelo out of the picture by putting him in prison. And we all thought that Channing had turned on D'Angelo, so the mid-boss had turned against the mob boss, but that wasn't the case. It was all a ruse to get Gallus to put their guard down and to get a tag team shot. So they've got their shot, but are they going to win the gold? So this is what I'm going to predict. I'm going to predict, and this is a very bold prediction, so I feel like Gallus is going to win this match, and out of frustration, because I can see the cracks already in the D'Angelo family, I've got a feeling that probably Tony D'Angelo is going to turn on Channing. Now, obviously, it's a case of, is it really going to happen? But I feel like, yeah, the D'Angelo family are going to break up tonight. So Miss Barbie Doll herself, the NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton, will be defending her NXT Women's Championship against Chase U's Thea Hale. So Thea Hale, who is technically the youngest member of the NXT roster, is going against the NXT Barbie Doll in a submissions match. Now, I want to break something down to you guys. Up until this point, the youngest NXT Women's Champion is Roxanne Perez of 21. Thea Hale is, as far as I'm concerned, last time I checked, she's only 19. If she was to win this match, that would make her the youngest NXT champion. In fact, the youngest champion ever in WWE, I believe. But here's the thing though. Yes, she has her treat to Tiffany Stratton's number. She's made her tap out numerous times to the Kimura lock. However, I feel like there's going to be a factor that's going to cost Thea the match, and it's this punk in the right hand corner, Duke Hudson. I've said this from day, I don't trust Duke Hudson. I think Duke Hudson's going to betray Chase U, and he's probably going to side with Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton to retain her championship, and Duke Hudson to turn on Chase U. And we have the Invader, who's come to cast judgment on the NXT roster by defending his NXT North American Championship. Dirty blood clot Dominic Mysterio. I can't believe I'm saying this. Dominic Mysterio, NXT North American Champion. He'll be defending his championship against Wesley, who was the former NXT North American Champion, and who was the number one contender who was supposed to fight Wesley for the championship, Mustafa Ali. Now, I think you guys can hear by my voice, I am so happy that Dominic Mysterio has won his first championship, and the best place to win it is in NXT. Let's be face facts. He wasn't going to beat Gunther anytime soon for the NXT Championship, for the Intercontinental Championship, and he wasn't going to go over to SmackDown to go and fight Austin Theory. So I feel like, yeah, NXT was the greatest place for him to win his first championship. And on top of that, now it gives him a chance to work with some new guys. And I feel like Dominic Mysterio, because he's a Mysterio, he bypassed the whole of the NXT and went straight to the main roster. So he kind of needs this. And obviously the story behind this is obviously Wesley was supposed to defend his championship against Mustafa Ali. Dominic Mysterio just brought himself over from Raw and said, look, I want a challenge for the North American Championship. Mustafa Ali strongly said, don't do it. Wesley, in his pride, said, I'll do it. Judgment Day obviously came out, interfered in the match. Rhea Ripley hit Wesley in the head with the gold. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. North American Champion, Dominic Mysterio. How's this one going to pan out? So, sorry, this is a biased decision. Dominic Mysterio is going to retain his championship. Enough said, that's it. Dominic Mysterio to win. And it's main event time. We have the NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes, Mr. Hayes, who does not miss. Melo does not miss. Will be defending his championship against the former NXT UK champion in Ilja Dragunov. And I'm telling you right now, this will probably be Carmelo Hayes' hardest challenge to date. Now, there are two things I want to talk about in his NXT Championship. So, first off is obviously Ilja Dragunov won the number one contendership by beating, I believe, was it Baron Corbin, to become the champion, to become the number one contender towards a champion, sorry. And on top of that now, we now have a little issue in camp. Well, I've been saying this for a long time. I don't trust Trick Williams. Trick Williams, I feel like he's getting a bit too big for his boots. And, well, he has every right to, because Trick Williams in itself is an established veteran in his own right. You know, he used to do boxing. He's technically I'm being honest with you, Trick Williams is just as good as Carmelo Hayes, but I feel like you can only keep your second down for so long before things start becoming political. Trick Williams is starting to show signs of resentment towards Carmelo Hayes. It's not so glaring in your face, but it's right there. And without taking the tension away from Ilja Dragunov, irrespective of whether Trick Williams is involved with a little issue with his boss, should we say, or his friend, Ilja is single-handedly one of the most dangerous people on the WWE roster. Not just NXT, the WWE roster. I would technically say Ilja is probably dangerous, if not more dangerous than Gunther and even Roman. I'm telling you, Ilja, he's going to be a big name in WWE, if not WWE, in the industry one day. You know? And I don't know whether I should actually make this prediction, but I feel Carmelo Hayes is going to retain his championship by interference from Trick Williams, which will probably cause controversy between Trick and Carmelo. So Carmelo to retain his championship. So guys, that's all my matches covered. Stay tuned for my final thoughts. Hey. Whoa. You guys can't go anywhere yet. You still need to follow me. I know you haven't subscribed to my channel, so make sure you follow me on Twitter and you subscribe to my YouTube channel. So first of all, on my YouTube, click on the right hand side of my profile and click the subscribe button of my profile, Manlykefresh.INC on YouTube, and to follow me on Twitter, go to www.twitter.com/manlykefresh. I'll be glad if you guys could do me on and follow me on both platforms, and I'll see you at the next prediction video. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.